Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly new releases show. My name is A Garbage.
My name is Danica.
Yeah. I promised last week that I would announce myself as A Garbage.
I don't think that's true.
Well, welcome to the show. It's been a busy week, especially yesterday.
It's only Tuesday.
Packed, yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was amazing. So basically, we got to attend a PD day for librarians. Hello. And we got to hang out and talk to cool bookish people and chat with them about what they might need from a graphic novel store. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get some of these projects going with these folks.
Sorry, I got caught up with Hi Garbage, I'm Dad.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by this at all.
We love you too, Taz. Lots of hellos. I'm really enjoying this.
Hello. I'm so happy you're all here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was nervous throughout the whole thing, especially during our presentation. I do a lot of public speaking and I hate it. I hate public speaking so much. It makes me very nervous. And one of the things that we had to push past is we're doing a presentation in a library and being stared at by a bunch of very polite, quiet librarians. And you have to project. And it is very weird to just be in a library projecting at a bunch of librarians. That's like counter to what we've been taught our entire lives.
Yeah, and so the setup for the presentation, we were waiting for the fellow to log into the computer so we could use the screens, and no one was talking. And it was unsettling.
Taz is having some fun. Yeah, it was a time, but we ended up talking about a lot of really good stuff. And while we kind of went through different flavors and different things, people were taking notes, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Some people had some really good questions. And we started learning about different letter reading levels, which we might integrate with at least a teacher's page on the site, basically, because we were unaware of letters.
That's true. It was more like reading skill level.
Yeah.
And then occasionally grades, but there's also letters.
Yeah. So things we learn as we go through this. I think I knew a little bit about letters from Drew. Mm-hmm. Drew was talking about them a little bit.
Yeah. Our friend has 2 boys in elementary.
2 wee bairns.
Yes, bairns. Oh.
I'd listen, honestly.
We always can learn more.
Yep. So yeah, that was a busy part of Monday, and then we zipped back here. Because we have content coming for all of you. It's coming for all of you. So in a fun, super fun times to help promote his upcoming signing, I talked with Chip Zdarsky about some of his upcoming books and a little bit about Daredevil. It was intended to just talk about some of his books, but some of the conversation kind of went where it went. So we're going to be splitting that up over the coming weeks to help promote Chip upcoming here, and we will be usually premiering those here. We'll probably do them either at the top of the show or at the end of the show. Maybe at the end of the show.
The end means they have to stay.
Yeah. And it also means that like after we say goodbye, you get like a nice little treat, and then we can start reading as well. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I like it. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the Chipperoo, so his first issue of Batman has been sold out, and a little hard to get, but we sent in an order to Universal because they still had some of the lenticulars left of issue 125, which would be a really cool thing for Chip to sign. So we got a bunch of those in for folks. I know a lot of people were looking for Chip's first Batman issue to get signed. Well, now you can, my friend. So that's cool. Yeah, just wanted everybody to know about that. Do. So, okay, good. Danica's getting that down for you, Thomas.
Oh, he would. He would do it.
Oh boy. We're gonna have to watch Andrew.
Yeah,
he's gonna rabble rouse.
He's gonna go and just ruin everything for Chip.
No,
that's you.
Yeah,
you're the chaos baby here.
if anyone's gonna ruin this day, Andrew, it's gonna be me.
He's got a reputation to uphold.
That would be fantastic. No notes. If you want, you can even get him to sign it as Stanley.
Oh boy.
Because at least at some conventions, he was telling people that he will sign your comic as Stanley. Yeah, good times.
I don't know if that's okay. I don't think that's okay.
All right. Well, we have a very short stack today, but a very wonderful stack. We're gonna kick things off with The Forged, which my very short pitch for is it's hard sci-fi that and it is.
It is quite true. There is adult content in here.
Yeah, so typical of some Rucka stuff, he's dropping you in a situation. No one's kind of explaining the situation, but that's all shown through the story and the action. So there's a little bit of kind of riding until you get a groove, I found, for the first little bit, because they're talking about like call signals and all this kind of stuff. But the long and the short of this is it's kind of like a Space Marines-y thing in this weird society that has these different levels to them. These are members of the Forged. They have specific abilities, skills that aren't quite revealed yet. And they're sort of on a lower tier. There's definitely a class system there, but like more to the top of the class system is like, as it says here, a cabal of sensuous space witches. And that's very true. It feels like such a departure from a lot of what Rucka and Eric Troutman, who's doing the co-writing on this, what they do. A lot of their stuff tends to be more grounded in reality and such. And this has this weird chaos element to it. And like weirdly, the info dumps come from orgasms, more or less. It needs to be read because it makes sense. And it's not like filthy gross.
Yeah. Another fun aspect before I read the solicit is if you liked Money Shot but thought this could be serious.
Yeah.
This could be taken seriously. Probably go for that.
Yeah. Anyways, it's really great. And just to kind of show you, this surprised us a little bit. It's magazine size, my friends. So you're getting some nice imagery from Eric Henderson, who is doing the art on this.
Mike Henderson.
Mike Henderson, sorry. He worked with Joshua Williamson on Nailbiter, amongst some other projects. And yeah, you get a hefty bit of back matter, some maps.
Oh yeah, it's not a good science fiction or fantasy book without a map.
Yep. And a lot of intriguing information, but yeah. Oh yeah, and a picture of puppies.
Oh good. It's got doggo pics.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
They would like you to send pictures of your doggos.
Oh, well, see, that's exactly why you have to read that book, for no other reason.
It's like in the back of Chew, he'd get people to send in their cat pictures.
Taz, I will write that down for you. We'll get you a forged. Or forge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the solicit's pretty simple. 11th millennium of the rule of the Eternal Empress, a squad of planet-smashing super soldiers find their routine mission to be anything but. These are the forged. They take no prisoners.
That's a boring solicit.
It's a boring solicit. It has more interest in the written by Greg Rucka sentence, which I always never read, but it's okay. Just take our word for it. It's good. I
It's
read
real
about
good.
like a third of it before we ran out of time, and we had to come set up. But it's very good.
It's good times. I highly recommend it. Although I am a really big Greg Rucka fan. I find all of this stuff to be really good. And I know Brian Michael Bendis has kind of talked about this. Ed Brubaker's talked about this. Rucka is also a writer whose first issues aren't usually his best. Whereas a lot of writers kind of come out with a really tight pilot or whatever, and you're just like, wow, that's going to be so cool. Rucka's first issues are still really good to great, but he builds the stories. So you're reading issue 12 and you're just like, oh my god, because he's just kind of kept this nice escalation. It's really good. So got that to look forward to. All right. Well, I think we took back the regular cover of this.
Oh, do you still not have them on the coffee table?
Yeah, no, it was not in that pile. So I think we grabbed a little too deep when we brought things back. Yeah. Anyways, we still have a cover.
Me, and I just wanted things to go back to the store.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So this is called Multiversity. Harley screws up the DCU. And she does. TLDR, Harley Quinn finds a time machine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's going to go great, and it's going to be fantastic.
There'll be no problems at all.
No, it's awesome.
I like that the art's by Logan Fairbairn. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's the dude what did Nam Wolf.
Oh, wow. This art is definitely not what Nam Wolf looked like.
Nam Wolf.
It's very different. It's really fun. I like it.
And Oh Kill Shot.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah.
That one didn't get as much play as it should have.
Oh Kill Shot's wonderful.
It's funny.
That one's basically like, hey, what if you're, I think it's the dude's dad. He created like a Cable type character, and it comes out of the books and is just like, hey, let's be rad, everybody. And things are sometimes rad and sometimes murdery, just a little bit.
I honestly think that they titled it Harley Screws Up the DCU so that when people look in the search function, they're going to look for Harley Screws. I'm just saying, it feels like a book that someone would be like, that's funny. This is going to make retailers look up this term.
That's true. We have DC Universal, Lazarus Planet Revenge of the Gods. This is tying heavy into what's happening with Wonder Woman. So folks who are getting Wonder Woman are getting this in their files. You may or may not want it, but it's there as an option. We've got G. Willow Wilson doing the main story with the regular Wonder Woman team, Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad.
That sounds right.
They've only been doing like all of these. Yeah, Michael Conrad. Telling more stories. So this does follow up on the Lazarus Planet stuff. You don't have to know a freaking thing about it, other than the fact that wild magic stuff has happened across the world, and that's sort of the going off point. The G. Willow Wilson stuff is absolutely phenomenal. We love G. Willow Wilson in this house. I really have been enjoying Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad's Wonder Woman arc. And this is actually going to be a part of what wraps up their run. So, yeah.
Sadness.
Tom King's taking over Wonder Woman.
That will actually be really good. I want to be disappointed, but I can't.
Yeah. There was a few wild swings that DC announced. Who did they pair him up with? Daniel Sempri, the guy who just finished drawing Dark Crisis.
Oh, wow.
So like big names on Wonder Woman, some of the
Interesting.
biggest that they have, which whether Tom King's your flavor or not, or whether you think he's a good fit for the character, that is a solid investment by DC in the character to pop on those creators. They also announced a Cy Spurrier and Mike Deodato Flash, which is obviously going to be darker. They're going to go for like dark sci-fi stories. So I'm like, oh, okay, we'll see. Love Cy Spurrier, but Mike Deodato was like a weird pick. But we'll see.
Yeah, because he has a very specific style, which works in many ways.
Yeah.
I don't see it for the Flash, though.
We shall see. All right, we've got Superman Lost, which is a new Christopher Priest story with Carlos Paglian. It is a slightly out of continuity Superman story. It gives Christopher Priest kind of free reign to wander around with Superman. And yeah, Superman is obviously not going to be around. And it's going to be just an absolute weird journey. So this is kind of going to be more of like an Odyssey style from what I've heard, and should be really interesting. Christopher Priest writes good comics. Yeah, seriously, like all of the books
down
this week.
Yeah, all the way down. It's just
We've got the Return of the Excellent. This is simply to say, if you bought the first season of this comic, you're getting the season of this comic in your files, and that's about it. It's still
you'll
sort
have
of like
to tell Brandon to stop.
Yeah, it's still that kind of weird pop culture personality thing that they've been doing ever since their days on X-Force and Ecstatics, and it continues here. Yeah. Oh yeah, Andrew's right. Michael Dorn on Steelworks.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
The dude,
I forgot.
What did Steele's voice in the cartoons?
We've got a Christopher Cantwell Hellcat.
Yeah, it was spooky.
It's good. Also,
nice creepy cover.
Spooky Momoko cover. And if that's not your style, we have a very cute Scotty Young cover, which is adorable. He also did a Black Panther one a couple years ago, I think, with a similar theme, and I just, it's so cute. But let me get the actual.
I was very impressed with this because
I
had not been reading his Iron Man all the way through, and so I didn't exactly know where she was. But you don't need to, which is good.
No, that's the thing. If you have been reading her adventures with Iron Man,
they almost got married.
Yeah, that's really just, but if you haven't, it's okay. Patsy is back on the West Coast, living in a demon house haunted by the ghost of her mother.
Yeah,
it's very true. When someone close to Patsy's inner circle is murdered, Hellcat becomes the prime suspect. Now Patsy must prove her innocence and evade both the police and the supernatural sleepwalkers. To add to the perils she faces, her demonic ex, Damon Hellstrom, shows up, and that's never a good thing.
They were married once.
Yeah.
Kisses.
All right. Margaret, I will make a note. We'll get you some Hellcat.
While she's doing that, I will talk about the first volume of Dark Ride from Joshua Williamson and Andre Bresson, who did Birthright together. We have Welcome to the Scariest Place on Earth. Devilland has been the world's premier horror-themed amusement park for over 50 years, home to the scariest ride ever created, the Devil's Due. But behind it lies a deadly truth about reclusive founder Arthur Dante and the choices he made to ensure his success. Now his children, Samhain and Halloween, will discover the true horror behind their family legacy and that all their dreams may be founded on the stuff of nightmares. This is basically, if you watched Paranormal Park, it's a horror version of that. Like, dark. Also, if you get it from our store, It comes with a signed booklet, baby. So that's super nice. That's obviously limited quantity. So if this piques your interest, I highly recommend it. I have only read the first 3 out of the 4 issues in here. I'm kind of gonna read the 4th one when we're done because we got a short stack and I can do it. But the first ones were creepy as heck, and one of the reasons why Joshua Williamson was writing this is because he is a theme park boy. Hearing him talk in podcast interviews or whatnot, loves theme parks and obviously likes writing horror stuff. So he just kind of smashed those together. And one of the things that he really liked doing, because there's a map in this too, he liked designing a theme park. So he's like listening to him talk about this book. He's just like, okay. And so he's like, oh,
he
honey.
was the kid that had that sim game because I think you could do Sim City that did theme parks.
Oh yeah, roller
Tycoon.
Yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah.
Something with Tycoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he absolutely had that. I would bet money on that now, knowing all of this.
Very cool.
This is exciting. I will definitely read Mish the Bad Demon tonight because I think it sounds very cute and very sweet. Oh, Brandon, look!
Yes.
Oh, Petit Franche Flop.
There's a book coming out from Black Eye out in Toronto that one of their stretch goals that they're almost at is French flaps. And I was just like, ooh, you have my interest. Yeah.
I love it. I love how much you love French flap. All right. Misha's a bad demon. Bad in that she always sees the good in those around her, which isn't how a demon is meant to feel or act. Bullied by other demons, 12-year-old Misha is more likely to be reading magazines from Plumeria City, the fairy realm, and fangirling about the fairy princesses. But when disaster strikes and all of demonkind is threatened, Mish must journey to other worlds in search of help. As luck would have it, she meets a fairy princess right away. Things in the fairy realm aren't so perfect either, though. As Mish makes surprising new friends and unites a band of outcasts, she learns there's much more to being a demon than she ever realized, and learning to love herself might just uncover the secret to saving her home. I'm super psyched for this. Also, it looks extremely cute.
Very cute.
Let's see if I can get this
Look at
closer.
the cuteness.
Yeah. No. I'm psyched for this adorable little demon girl. So, I'm excited. Oh, it's her first graphic novel. Wonderful. Oh. Okay. Ah. Ça suffit.
Ça
Dimon.
suffit. Definitely on the same theme. House on Fire. Is she sick or is it the world itself? House on Fire is the debut graphic novel by writer-artist Matt Battaglia, maybe, and teases out the difference in personal political cruise through a fallen world where fear is rational and obedience is your only refuge. So there's very little about this, except for like a whole bunch of quotes from folks like Declan Shelby, J.H. Williams III, Chris Condon, who does That Texas Blood, Coda Chamberlain, who does Sweets, and Punks. I remember Punks.
Nice.
Good times.
And others.
I don't know what you're talking about on that one. But the art on the inside here is very intriguing. It kind of reminds me of like some early Jeff Lemire.
Oh, yeah.
With a thicker ink line. But yeah, this reminds me of one of Lemire's first ones, and I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, he's written a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Dear Body.
Dear Body. Like when I was skinny.
Yeah, you had a deer body.
Mm-hmm.
Deer bones. All right. Oh, right. Doesn't have a real solicit, so just give me 1 second. It's basically an anthology of folks talking about their bodies, but I'm going to find the actual good solicit.
Scintillating. Roughneck is a really good one. Jeff Lemire's really been cranking some stuff out. Oh, also, Essex County starts this weekend on Sunday on the CBC.
Oh, that's true.
Both on CBC and CBC Gem. As I always hear the advertisements for things.
I wish they paid us for that, but they
Yeah.
didn't. For years, Leah Bourdieu has interviewed over 70 women and non-binary people from all walks of life about themselves and their bodies on her YouTube channel. With the help of 12 female and non-binary cartoonists, Leah has adapted hundreds of hours of interviews into a graphic novel packed with 12 powerful and emotional stories. This is a journey into the lives of 12 women and non-binary people and their relationship with their bodies in their own words.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Hope that doesn't make me cry.
It might.
It might.
We have the first collection in the latest Terry Moore project, Parker Girls. When his money manager disappears with $10 million from an offshore account, billionaire Zachary May hires the Parker Girls to find and retrieve his money. But then the lifeless body of May's wife washes up on Venice Beach, and the Parker Girls' boss, Tamby, is determined to find out why. Jerry Hammer and Becky are called to investigate the death, while Katsu returns to settle the score with May herself. It's all hands on deck when the Parker Girls take on one of the richest men in the world and threaten to bring down his empire one scandal at a time.
I do love when people go to bring down billionaires.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Firmly takes place in the Strangers in Paradise universe.
Mm.
The universe, the world.
Last but not least, we have the Flavor Girls. Very exciting. It's a beautiful hardcover. This is gorgeous. So this was 3 oversized single issues, and I think that they've definitely given it its due. This is gorgeous.
Good spot glass, the whole thing.
Yeah. Shiny. Naoko, Camille, and V are the Flavor Girls, sacred fruit guardians of Earth. They defend the Earth from the threat of the ever-looming Agorthians, whose motives regarding Earth and humanity are still unknown. I think Squee's freaking out at the door. He'll be fine. Don't worry. There's nothing in here that he doesn't also have outside. It's fine. We're not hurting him. He's just lonely.
We just closed the door and he's basically scratching the bottom of it to get our attention.
Yeah. Sarah, just a UN applicant trying her best to help, finds herself in over her head when she's thrown into this crisis in a way she could have never imagined. As the Flavor Girls hone their sacred fruit powers with their master Himiko, can their newest member help save the planet from impending destruction? Mm-hmm.
You'll have to read to find out.
Yeah, it's called A Magical Girl All Ages Adventure with an Environmental Twist.
Well, look at that. We're at half an hour.
Wow. I don't remember the last time we did a half-hour show. I think it was probably like one of us alone.
Yeah, doing a solo.
Yeah.
No bits.
No bits.
No bits. Well,
I'm gonna let the boy in because it'll be cute while you're seeing everybody.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So, once again, thank you all for being here. It was a short one, but it's also a 5-week month, so releases get a little stretched out. Plus, we didn't get some of the new Penguin stuff today. We usually get new Penguin boxes today, so maybe some wild stuff's on its way. Who knows? We'll find out. In the meantime, nicely done.
Thank you.
We've got the Magic Mirror, where we look through and see all of you wonderful people. Say thank you for being around, and hope that you know that we're around for you too. Big old
Butts.
booty in your face. Looking out there, I see Ben. Hi, Ben.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know he was doing that.
Rude boy.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Oh, good. The damage replacement for Starstruck. The first time we got that in, the spine was very sad.
Yeah.
So I reported it immediately.
We've got Taz. Hey, Taz.
Hello.
We have Sean. Hello. We have Jason. And there's Thomas. Hi. And there's the one and only Foley. And if you want to see him too, you can pop in the store anywhere Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 11:30 to 6:30. We're open to 7 on those days. You can also see him on Saturdays from 11 to 6. You'll see me on
11 to 5.
Sundays. 11 to 5. 11 to 5.
On Saturdays, please don't come after 5
11
on
to 5.
Saturdays.
And
We
you
will
can
not
see
be there.
Danica on all of those days except for Sunday. That's
Thank
just
you.
me.
Thank you. And you can see Squee whenever we let him into the room on the show on Tuesday nights.
What do you see, buddy?
Hey, buddy. Hey, come here, buddy. You gonna be a good boy? Good boy.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna be a good boy.
See Margaret. Hey, Margaret.
Oh my God, you're right. Someone's gonna use this soundboard. I didn't know he was doing that.
All right. That is everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We always appreciate it. I'm going to get to doing, I don't have to really do dishes. Dishes were done. I might get to some reading.
Yeah.
A little bit of R&R, reading and wrestling.
I like it. I'm gonna finish The Forged, and then I think I'm gonna read the Demon Book.
And I think I'm going to do some exercise. So R&R.
Arr. All right. We will see you soon, and we love you.
Help me.